What's going on, everybody? Rob here. Low pie wood burning stove. Of course, I bought this house as is, right? Uninspected. This wouldn't pass the inspection because it's too close to the door right here. But the guy put it in, and that part of the chimney is supposed to be braced from the roof. Then that goes in the roof brace, and then this connects to it. That whole chimney right there is sitting on top. So to get this off, I gotta take it off top by top. But this right here is a low pie endeavor, right? It looks like it was redone right here. That shouldn't be as dirty as it is. They were burning everything they had inside of this right here. So I'm gonna go get the flashlight right now, because we're gonna look, and I can see pretty good. It does have the I thought those combustion rails would have been really torn apart because they're so old, but the combustion rails do look good. This is completely grinded down and painted before it goes inside, right? This is gonna be replaced with double wall. That's should be good, but I just mangled it. Those are expensive per 3 feet, so I'm gonna go ahead and probably get all new piping for this. This was the board that was in the house that this guy took out to put in the garage, and he put a metal sheet behind it. I would have actually preferred this against the wall and the metal sheet in front of it, because it would have casted heat into the room around this one. Because here's a blower control, right? So there is a blower, and then this right here takes in the heat. This comes around the fire, completely surrounded by steel, so it doesn't even get involved with the smoke right here. This is where it was, and this is where it's going back to. The original owner had it in the house, and then the next, oh, it feels so good in this air conditioning. And then the next owner went ahead and took it out the house. So this house is already done. I bought it. So see where that wire is coming out the ceiling right there, and on the side of that, yeah, that's all gonna get cleaned. There's my watchdog. See how good he is? But that gets set right here, kind of where the TV is, a little bit offset in the center right here. And I can tell because there's a square in the ceiling right there already. Now I already know I'm gonna have to do some manufacturing up there, because the square in the ceiling, look how hot it is up there. It's 90 degrees, right? So the square in the ceiling is not the right size for the ceiling. It's a ceiling support with an insulation barrier. That's not the right size for it. So I know I'm gonna probably have to do some surgery on that wood up there to take care of that. But my next step is gonna be to get this chimney pipe off of it. So I'm gonna start taking all the screws off of it. Actually, I should start with the top first, because on the roof, but man, it's 90 degrees out. So let's see how high I could reach and be able to stand up on there. So I got a ladder right here, and let me see if those just unscrew apart, or if I am gonna need something for that. All right, so this does leak into the ground, right? I mean into the garage. So, oh, look at that, I just unscrewed that one by hand. This one's missing one right here. I gotta watch my step, because the homeowner did the roof even. Did I get this one out? No, this one's not coming out by hand. And then this should twist off. Now it seemed to be screwing off pretty easy over there. I'm watching where I'm stepping, because the roof I have it redone also, but there's only one screw left on there, and the top's coming off really easy. So I'm gonna actually the little giant ladder before I go up there again. But since I'm gonna get a ladder, and there's screws holding it to the black pipe. So I'm gonna get the screws out that are holding it to the black pipe. Then I'm gonna get the little giant ladder. Then I'm gonna go back up there. Alright, so I have all these off right here. I'm noticing he got a storm collar, or a holder right there, that he screwed onto the black pipe to hold the top from coming down anymore. So now I gotta unscrew that right there, and then there's screws all around that. So I'm gonna do all that before I go get the little giant ladder. Okay, these things are made so good that I just stepped on that, I stepped right up, and I was able to reach all the way up from there. So all this is unfastened. I could actually turn this and everything right now. So little giant to the rescue. My old ass, I could get up here with this. I'm just not secure anymore. So the little giant A-frame, it's heavy as heck, but guess what? The stability is real. It's like that ladder is my nemesis, because it is so dang heavy. But when you gotta do something like this, it is so awesome to have around. So because you get so much more stability, especially at an older age. But one thing that'll kind of beat this little giant ladder is just having a 17-foot A-frame, a 10-foot A-frame, 7-foot A-frame, and an extension ladder. Honestly, because with a 17-foot A-frame you get a lot higher. Oh, look at me, look at me. With a 17-foot A-frame you just get a lot higher and more stability than climbing on one of these, especially on a windy day when you're by yourself. All right, now all the screws are out, so let's see what we got here. See, I mean, that is heavy. That is really heavy. So it's thick, like rock wool in there, something in there. They're really thick, so I gotta try to get the other piece out right now. I got a storm collar on it that's all completely mangled. He tried to roofing tar the storm collar together and it didn't work because this thing was leaking, so I might have to get a knife now to get that out. All right, now there's light at the end of the tunnel, no pun intended. It's off of the other piece. I can't see what's underneath the storm collar because you have so much gook all the way around it. I'm like lifting it, shoving it down, lifting it, shoving it down, because I'm trying to get all the roofing tar or whatever he got on it off of it. All right, so you see you got so much crap on there that it's getting stuck and I can't pull it out. So what I'm gonna do is, see, there's an adapter head on to convert it to the other pipe. So I'm gonna take this black pipe off right now and try to pull it in this way. The wood is actually shaking for the garage roof, but it got so much crap on this. Find the sanding wheel, so I got a chisel, and it seems to be working fine. To start peeling off this roofing tar. Alright, so this was the storm collar he had on top that was leaking, right? So I really have to get all this off. This is what's stopping it, because it's such a tight thing at the top. Let me see if I get a video at the top. But okay, so at the top, see the lip where they screw together? That's what's stopping it from coming down, so it won't come down anymore. So it has to go the other way. So right now I cannot find any sanders, so I'm going to have to use a brick grinding disc to clean that up. That's the only way that's going to come out. Alright, now bear with me. See this ring at the bottom? Hopefully it's not as big as the one at the top, because the one at the top is preventing it from coming back in. Everything's cleaned off going back to the roof. Alright, these are $8 garden shears. They're not the expensive ones, but I can't find my tin snips because my garage ain't in order yet. So, see what we can do. Try to make some room to cut it open. Now I got a big hole in here. What am I gonna do? Alright, this could be used by somebody else, but not by me. I would venture to say that this was probably the original from the original house. So I could go off the pieces. It's like a 2.5 foot or 3 foot piece, maybe a 4 foot piece right here that I gotta buy. I gotta go above the ridge of the roof. I gotta get that out, but now I gotta go up top. And now, seeing how bad this was mangled, right? I'm gonna have to go up there and cover that top, cap it off, right? Right, so I'm gonna have to cap that off. Right. So when he moved the one out here, he capped the other one off. So I'm thinking I may just have to start from scratch, because there's the other one right there. With this little giant ladder, I'm gonna check that out, but my main goal right now, seal that up. All right, so here's what it's looking like from the top, right? So the other one was just sealed up right here. What I'm thinking about doing is getting a metal blade on the angle grinder and cutting all the way around that, putting a piece of metal in here, screwing that in, and putting liquid rubber on that. You know, tuck it under this and putting liquid rubber all the way around it for now, because I think making a hole to fit this is going to be harder than just cutting it out.